Back everyone, we are making a follow-up video on Solana. Feel free to go and search the YouTube channel for SOL and you will find the old videos we did. As always, if I remember, I will try to put the link in the description of this video below alongside all the other affiliate services that we use and recommend that helps this channel grow. So guys, thank you so much. Also, if you are not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below, hit the like button, and feel free to share it with friends who have like-minded, trading likes, I guess. Yeah. So following up on Solana, this week we had some good buys. We didn't really do anything other than test the breakdown area. I'm going to turn on the drawings from our last video so we can see where we left off at. And here is the weekly chart. Ironically, we were looking at a rejection in this area, and that's basically where we're finding this rejection around the $160 area. We're trying to confirm support here at the $137 area. You have about 1 day and 12 hours to confirm that. If we can confirm that, awesome. If not, we can look for us to come and get that deeper dive. The volume on this week was really high. I'm assuming someone got liquidated, and because of that liquidation, you got that quick buy up with other people chasing the buy up thinking that it's a reversal. Very common thing. I mean, we'll find out if this is a good time to buy or not. You could even go to a lower time frame such as daily, and you can see now on daily that we went right into the resistance and then all the buyers stopped. And you can see the liquidation candle here. The wick here is basically showing you that it was a very strong buy up, but who's buying it up? It's probably a liquidation. And if you can see that this was the take profit target over here at 108.36 if you shorted 190. So people probably closed some shorts. Other people who are long probably got liquidated, and you see this big buy up. The thing is, it's still a lower high on daily, and this is at resistance, which we just talked about on the weekly, which is around this 150, 160, whatever. And now you are putting in what it looks like a top, right? And this daily candle is basically showing you, hey, if we can't close today's candle above 152, more than likely we're going to be looking to fill in the end of this candle, and that's all the way down here at 145. And you're kind of getting too close for comfort for this dead cat bounce to come back to this wick and not trying to go test this wick, and that's why we had this plan in the first place. So this whole consolidation and this descending channel and grinding out support is still happening. Oh, that's my cat. In this daily to weekly consolidational time frame. Full disclosure, I do have, I only trade ETH. I do have a short going on just because we tested this weekly levels and we came back so fast. I mean, obviously there's people who got liquidated, and I would like a test of the wick before I say, ooh, the bottom is in, and then I just go ape nasty style. So I'm assuming people will watch the next few weeks to see where we find the support. And for Solana, I'm looking for it around 151, and then next I'm looking at 143 for a higher low and an uptrend situation. If we close underneath 135, your risk of following out this little doodle that I have is very higher probability, because you only hit this 108, you can still go all the way lower. I mean, what's going to happen is there's a big person in this that's probably going to want to get out as they see the entire other market going down. And there's a lot of people who have like leverage and stuff in this, and they're all probably all going to get washed out because all we did was retest this breakdown of this trend, and you're going to find your money down here. So just be prepared. I don't care if Mr. Pompliano and Peter Thiel and everyone wants to talk about Solana over Ethereum. When the price shows us above 171 with a daily open and close, we can go to 190 and test that. And if we get an open and close, then I'm looking for this to play out, right? If we cement a bottom here at 135, 140, and we can prove it with this daily candles coming, testing in, and not going to this white path and just stopping here, and we're just basically doing something like this, like a rounding bottom kind of situation like this, and this only comes here, consolidates, and breaks out in this like bull flag kind of situation, then this is perfect. And then we can basically look for that breakout above this resistance, go to 190, okay, this 190 level, you know, find some resistance there, and then find some support again around 160, 166. Prove that this is support, because you're going to take all this liquidity above this level and you're going to basically have a little bit of a kickback. You're going to put in some kind of consolidational pattern here, and then you're going to break out to the target of the people who longed this level. They won't take profit until 226 for one, and then after 226, you got to understand that this can then actually get to, you know, the levels that people want to see and talk about and get hyped about. Oh, I don't even have that extension. So, I mean, let's just come back to this videos after we get above 226 with an open and close, and we can discuss where we can go from there. And that's why you should subscribe to the channel. Press the like button, subscribe. Don't forget to leave me a comment below to tell me what you think of my scribbled TA doodles. And if you're interested in joining the Discord server or talking to me live, feel free. The link to the Discord server is in the description of this video below, alongside all other affiliate services that I use and recommend that helps the channel grow. So thank you guys so much. And then the last thing I want to go over, because I always go over one thing extra in the videos. Let's go to, daily is fine, but let's go to weekly. And this. Dixie, 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 Dixie. Everyone loves Dixie. So I am hearing there's a big insurance company that has a bunch of the carry trade still having to go and get it, clean their books. Meaning they have currency stuff going on, I guess, in yen and yuan, China and Japan, and dollar. And Dixie, and then they're a big insurance company with a lot of open stuff right now. This is all just what I'm hearing. I don't know what they're gonna do, how they're gonna do it, but I'm watching Dixie. As Dixie's been going down, we have not really had our upside push with our inverse relationship, because I would be looking for Bitcoin and stuff going above our weekly resistances, but we're at those levels. You know, like 59K is a big level of resistance on Bitcoin, and 2620 is the weekly on Ethereum. So those are big levels. If we can't close above that on tomorrow before daily close, next week, so then the candle of the weekly candle will test red, and then we'll have a nasty wick. Okay, let me just show you without the drawings. I don't want you guys to see all the scribbles and doodles. You guys are going to think I'm like autistic. So you see what I'm saying here? This wick, right? So if we don't close above 2720, this candle is going to close red on 1 day in 12 hours. And then next week when we open, yeah, we can go up, okay? We can go up all the way to 29, maybe even 30, you know, let's just say to the bottom of the, like we can go all the way to 34, 35, you know. The likelihood of all this happening is low, but coming into around 29.5 is a very high likelihood in the new weekly candle to open and then SFP this whole order block and then just reject and then come to eat this, but find support around 2280. Then we close the week above that 2280 level, and next week we can go back and test into 2280, close above it and above the weekly candle prior, and then try to basically engulf this area 2750 in a weekly engulfing candle, and we can look for upside continuation in a sharp short squeeze, and then that would basically start the real bull run off. Okay, when we get above this weekly level and actually bullish engulf this weekly level, like around 3,500, we can look for all-time high to be broken. and we can go to price discovery, because the whole world will then be like in crazy FOMO long mode. So just be aware that this wick is telling you someone with billions of dollars bought this and is holding it. Okay? If they decide that they can get it cheaper and they want to fill out the order block over here, right? The whole week or month or whatever you guys want to, whatever your time frame is, between 2720 and these lows is just begging to be tested around 2250. Now, are you going to survive that liquidation if you're buying here long thinking you're going to go to the moon? Because when we come to test this back next week with all this nasty stuff going on in the media, so that's all I want to say, that yes, before this weekly candle closes, if we can close up in green, that's even more of a likelihood that the next candle is going to open red and go down. Because that green flash of a green hammer, all the retail people will get bullish for upside. But we can retest the bottom first, then go up. So that's the only thing I want to say about this. Now, quick on Bitcoin, different picture on the weekly. We are already going and testing that weekly and rejecting at 62, 63K. If we can't get above 63K, the risk of us opening next week and going and testing into 55,000 is very, very high. And then as long as we don't close under 55, next week we can open, dip a little, 51, get above 55, and then bullish engulf and rocket out of here, okay? This week we had a lot of buying. So it looks like people rotated out of ETH and went into Bitcoin. Okay, and then are these guys going to take some profit and short? Because ETH looks way weaker than this, right? Like if we just flash it real quick, right? That's ETH on the same stuff we're looking at. Insane selling and insane buying, but we did have a sell-off as well. So Bitcoin is the market leader. So I'm assuming ETH is going to go up and test higher because this money is coming in here. Now, if this starts selling off, that's your first warning. You're already getting a warning on weekly that, hey, you can't get above 63K. That's already a slap in bull's face. Another warning is, here's your distributional order block right here. If you can't, get above this 64, 63, that's basically you trying to put in a distributional, another rollover situation here. You can poke into the 64, 65, but it's basically a shorting opportunity for you to go roll over and test back into 55, 56 to test, hey, this is support, we can't get under. And then we can go up. But doesn't this already look on a daily very head and shouldery, like distributional? And you can see that this is an expanding wedge, right? So we just are trying to take this liquidity to the bottom, and then we can expand up if this expanding wedge expanding to the upside. Just like stock market, right? Stocks always go up unless it's a little bit deeper of a correction into low 40s. Like 50K, if you want to touch your psychological 50K and go a little bit under 50K, think about how much money is in this wick that's about to, you're going to get all the people who bought this thinking in the reversals in. All of them short squeezed people who shorted the bottom, but the main institution is shorted here. They're just watching this and just laughing, right? Because if they wanted to take some profit, they could, and if they want to reload their short, they can't. You still have not really done anything other than you're chopping between the range. If you consolidate in this and you start putting in lower highs in this descending fashion, you understand though when you come to this level, it's going to be like a capitulation wick again, because an institution or someone is going to get liquidated or cash out. So these are things to consider for your long-term trades. If you're long-term, and you bought lower, did you take some profit yet? If not, don't you think you should consider taking profit on this debt cap bounce? That's all I'm trying to say. Okay? And yeah, we're getting this nice upside. The inverse was what we started this conversation on. We're getting some nice upside, but the carryover trade in the currency forex markets is going to take like another week or two, probably the whole month. And you already know that people are going to be looking at like interest rate talks and a lot of data that's going to come next week. So like especially yeah, there's key data that is moving markets. Go look back last week. When was the day that the market moved the most, and what was the data that moved it? That's what you're looking for next week. Members, I will drill this into you when we talk, you know. But everyone else, that's for you to back test and check, so that way you're not getting hosed on that time frame, because that time frame is when they're doing their wicking and their impulsing both ends. So just be aware of that, okay? And that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you guys have any questions or concerns, like I said, leave it in the comment section below and come hit me up in the Discord server and we can talk. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Enjoy your weekend.